Hey folks, it's me. It's Christy. So this is my fourth video on the soil analysis. This is gonna be the final video. Don't worry, it's not gonna be 15 minutes long, I promise. We got down to this last step here where you're putting it all together. This sentence that you're about to write is the soil analysis. The name of the lab is soil analysis. This sentence is your soil analysis. So this is really important that you get right. So answer to number 1 in all caps. All right, cool. So going back up here, my answer to number 1 is clay, right? And that does not mean that your answer, folks, has to be clay, by the way. Like, I don't expect us all to have the same exact soil. So, all right, so clay it is. So scroll down here, capital letters. We got C-L-A-Y. Answer to number 2, the color is brown, but I'm going to say light brown. Light brown. And yes, unfortunately, this is going to move on us. Answer to number 3, moisture. I think I said that it was like a sponge. So we can either choose dry, moist, or wet, and I ended up choosing, for mine, moist. So that's what we're going to say there. So go down, go down, go down. Okay, so for 3, moist. For 4, what and how much? For answer 4. So for answer 4, that was our percentages. And I said, oh, sorry, that was step 1. What am I thinking here? There we go. What and how much? For the minor constituents, well, this is a good question. So our major constituent is clay. My major constituent is clay. I would say that my 2 minor constituents are silt and gravel. Okay? So I wrote the major constituent on my first line. That's clay. And then I'm going to put my minor constituents for 4 as silt and gravel. And they want how much, right? So I'm going to say 40% silt and 10% gravel. And then answer to number 5 is density, and for that one I said mine was soft, right? So then for 5 I'm gonna put soft. So here is an example full complete soil analysis in sentence form. My soil is silt, coffee, moist, 20% gravel, 15% clay, 45% silt, and 20% sand. It's very dense. So what we could say for density too is, so if it's very, very, very stiff, that means it's very dense. If it's kind of stiff or even kind of soft, I would say it is sort of dense. Actually, I would only say it's sort of dense if it's kind of stiff. If it's soft or very soft, I would say that it's not very dense, right? So this, to me, would be not very dense. Oops. And this would be not at all dense. This would be kinda dense. This would be dense. And this would be very dense. So, like I said, I'm just going to write dense for mine. Okay, so I'm going to write this out in a sentence. I'm actually going to get rid of the example here. So my soil, also get out of caps, my soil is made up of mostly clay. It is light brown and moist. And what is going on with me today? And it is approximately 10% gravel. It is 40% silt. And 50% clay. Again, make sure all your percentages add up to 100. So 50 plus 40 plus 10 is 100, so I'm good. And finally, it is, what did I say? I forget. Very dense. No, dense, kind of dense. Not very dense. It's a lot for one sentence, but that's okay. This is our soil analysis. Alright, so here we go. The rest of the questions I'm not going to actually do, I'm just going to go over. The first thing I want you to do actually is go to take a look at my pyramid here, which I am going to upload. I am going to upload it. I want you to take a look at this triangle and tell me the official name of your soil. So to recap mine was 10% gravel. So where's the gravel here? It's on the bottom. Let's see. Interesting. I actually don't see it on here. Well, let's forget that for a second. So it's 40%. What did I say? I said 40% silt and then 50% clay. We could figure it out based off of that. So 50% clay is right here, and 40% silt is right here. So I've got myself some silty clay, which is actually a very, very common soil type in the Pacific Northwest. I know that. So this is telling me that I think my analysis is correct. Again, it doesn't mean that you have to have this one. It doesn't tell me that it's necessarily wrong if you don't have the same as me. But I would say that based off of the 50%, again, 50% clay, 40% silt, I've got silty clay. So we are gonna incorporate that. Where are we gonna incorporate that? We are gonna incorporate that in the next question. So it says, going back to the original video, which soil type is your soil? Circle one of the soil types. And explain how you came to your conclusion in 1 or 2 sentences. Describe how you know using the vocab words granular, cohesive, and unconfined compressive strength. Okay, so what I want you to do first here, guys, is tell me what, based off of the numbers, what kind of soil you have. So my soil was silty clay, right? Again, I got that using that chart, right, that we were just looking at. my soil was silty clay. And then I want you to start, and so we can even, and then we could say, because of, say my soil was silty clay, and it represents soil type blank. This is where you're gonna pause and think to yourself, and even go back to yesterday's notes, right? Go back to yesterday's notes where we looked at the different soil types, right? Remember, soil type A was cohesive, soil type B was kind of cohesive, and soil type C was not cohesive. And remember, in the beginning of my soil analysis, I asked myself some visual test questions. One of those questions, guys, was, are there vibrations from cars anywhere nearby? And I said yes. Because I said yes, that means automatically I don't have soil type A. So it's either soil type B or soil type C for me, right? And based off the fact that we have clay and it held a ball, that tells me I'm dealing with soil type B, right? So what we're going to say down here, and again, yours might be a little bit different, folks. Yours is not going to be not necessarily the same as mine. I'm going to say my soil was silty clay, and it represents soil type B. Then I'm going to explain why it's soil type B using these 3 words. And you can use your notes, the assignment you did last week, to use these words to describe the soil type that you have. I'm not going to finish that. I want you to finish that on your own. Then going on to the next question, it says, do the plasticity pencil test. I've already had to do this test because of my answer to the first question, right? So going back, that first question was, hold on. My first question was roll it into a ball and see what happens, right? So since I said yes, I could roll it into a ball, I already had to do the pencil test. If you couldn't roll yours into a ball, and you had to go this route, then you haven't done the pencil test. So you have to do the pencil test, right? But if you've already done it, again, rolling it into a long pencil shape and seeing if it holds, if you've already done that, you don't have to do it twice. So going back down here, it says, do the plasticity pencil test that was shown to you in the video from last week. I also described it in my first video, and I did it in my second or third video. It says, describe the results of the test. Did the pencil make it? Was it able to hold together? Or did it fall apart? Do the results of this test match the results of the soil analysis you just did? So, if you determined through the soil analysis that you have soil type A, for example, does your pencil plasticity test match those results? So my pencil test, it held. So does that match that I have soil B, right? From the video, so the video clearly showed you what happens to the pencil test for soil type A, B, or C. If you don't remember that, go back to that video and take a look for that 30 seconds when it goes over those results. It will clearly tell you what those results mean. So go ahead and check that out if you need to. And then write out your answer over here. Again, so for me, I would say, I would explain that my soil analysis, the work we did just now, with writing that sentence and all the questions in the boxes, essentially everything we did for today, right? Everything we did, I would describe what results I got. So I got soil type B, and then tell me if my pencil test matches that based off of the results from the video yesterday. Last but not least, do research and look up 2 of the main tools or pieces of equipment you would need to excavate your specific soil type. Based on the information, describe how the type of soil will impact the cost of building your bunker.